The Milwaukee Bucks have been the hottest team in basketball for about the last 2.5 weeks. Obviously because they have not lost in the last 2.5 weeks. This team has been on a tear since they are getting Khris Middleton back to go with their NBA MVP candidate, on a yearly basis. I mean, he's always the front runner. And then they got Jrue Holiday, one of my favorite players to watch just because of the way he plays the game. But yeah, like I said, getting Khris Middleton back, he's coming back better and better each game. They also have a great supporting cast. Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis doing their thing. They also added in Jay Crowder this year at the deadline. So we're going to be talking all about the Milwaukee Bucks and looking at their chances to win an NBA championship this year. So make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below if you do enjoy at any point, as well as sticking around till the end of the video, as that will help us out in the YouTube algorithm a lot. Now let's go ahead and get started looking at how Giannis and the Bucks are on an absolute tear right now. Like I said, 10 wins in a row, the hottest team in basketball, and they have jumped to the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference and are really the only team even close to the Boston Celtics right now. 3rd in defensive rating and 7th in opponents' points per game. They have been riding their defense here all the way on this winning streak. And yeah, Giannis, I said they've been riding their defense. They've also been riding Giannis. He is too good. It's a two-way superstar at its finest right here, averaging 32.4 points per game, which is unreal, 12 rebounds, 5.2 assists. The dude is just different this year, and every year. The Greek Freak, I mean, they call him that for a reason. 54% from the field on 32.5 points per game is just not, it's not real. 28% from three is not great. The free throw shooting is not great, but he doesn't need that. He's too dominant in the paint. 1 steal, 1 block. Like I said, a true two-way superstar. 33 minutes per game. So he's averaging basically a point per minute, which is just, it's crazy what he's doing. Now a guy that is working back, just imagine this Bucks team once they get a fully healthy Khris Middleton. I say fully healthy because he's only played in 16 games this year. Has not been all the way back for a while. 13.4 points per game, is up to shooting at 42% from the field and 30% from 3, but still not to the Khris Middleton that we all know and love. They've started winning though once he's gotten back, and as a matter of fact, they have a pretty good record when Khris Middleton is in the lineup. But this is a guy that in a normal year will give you 25 and 5 on 44% shooting from the field, 37% from 3. So I definitely look to the Milwaukee Bucks when it comes to teams heating up at the right time. Now, when it comes to the best player in the NBA, these are the top 4 players in the NBA so far this year, in my opinion. I mean, Jason Tatum definitely could be thrown in there. There's definitely a couple other guys you could throw in there. But right now, Giannis, he's on another level. Luka's going crazy. KD, super efficient. Shea's playing really well also. Nikola Jokic is just an absolute machine. Right now, if you ask me, I think that the MVP race is coming down to Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis. And right now, I think that Giannis and Jokic have the inside track. Speaking of the MVP race, let's look at it. As I mentioned, Giannis, Jokic, I think they have the inside track right now. Giannis, we've talked about his numbers. They are out of this world. But Jokic only averaging 1 less rebound, 7 less points, and 5 more assists per game. So accounting for, a few more points per game than Giannis. Definitely a little bit more efficient from 3 and the free throw line, but Giannis still gets his buckets regardless. Giannis, like we said, 54% from the field. Definitely a better defender. 1 steal, 1 block. Jokic, 1.4 steals, and horribly unathletic dunk attempts. 62% from the field, 39% from 3 for the Joker. And right now, he's on the inside track to winning the MVP. But Giannis, he's right there. This 10-game win streak by the Bucks has definitely boosted him up because, of course, the MVP should go to the best player on a top 2 or 3 team in the conference, in my opinion, unless you're just Russell Westbrook from a couple of years ago. Here's the records. The Nuggets actually did win tonight against the Hornets, moving them to 39-18, while the Bucks are 39-17 going into the night. Big shocker there. The Nuggets beat my Hornets. One of the better teams in the NBA, the Hornets are this year, of course. But yeah, that's my 2 for the MVP race this year. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But now, moving on, let's take a look at the clamps on this team. Starting with Bobby Portis. You also got Brook Lopez, Jrue Holiday, who are a couple of dogs. Brook Lopez, reviving his NBA career this year. 15 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 blocks. Come on now, doing everything. even shooting it from downtown, 50% from the field, 38% from 3 in 30 minutes. What is he not doing? Like I said, really reviving his career. And then Jrue Holiday, one of my favorite players to watch night in, night out. 19.3 points, 7.2 assists, 5.4 rebounds, playing that combo guard well perfectly because he can also play the point and the 2. And man, he is a dog on defense. 46% from the field, 37% from 3, 1.4 steals. He is quietly the guy that makes all this go. Of course, we have Giannis, but Jrue Holiday is extremely valuable to this Bucks team as well. Now, Bobby Portis, 14.1 points, 10 rebounds as well. He is having a very nice season. Not just a fan favorite. He's actually really contributing to this team this year, shooting at 50% from the field and 36% from 3 in 26 minutes. Now, the bench guards also cannot be understated. Jevon Carter and Grayson Allen have both been huge for this Milwaukee Bucks team so far this year, starting with Jevon Carter, who is averaging 7.6 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists a night, and he's doing that in limited minutes on very efficient shooting. As you see here, 42% from the field, 40% from 3, and all that in 23 minutes, as well as playing very good defense. Now, Grayson Allen is another guy here. He is their shooter on the squad off the bench, 10 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists per game for him this year. They were able to hold on to him at the deadline. I think they acquired him at the deadline a couple of years ago, and he has been good ever since. 44% from the field, 40% from 3 in 27 minutes per game. Now, the big move at the deadline for the Bucks this year was acquiring Jay Crowder from technically from the Brooklyn Nets, but from the Phoenix Suns, which was the last place he played a game. Sent 5 second-round picks to the Nets in exchange for Jay Crowder. And this is a guy with a lot of playoff experience, a guy that has been there before in the big moments. Very good defender, can shoot the 3-ball efficiently. He averaged about 10 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2 assists in the last full season he played for the Milwaukee Bucks. And like I said, or for the Phoenix Suns, excuse me. And like I said, he is a very experienced player, so he will add to the depth of this Milwaukee Bucks team. Now, the outlook for the Bucks. Boston up there at first. Milwaukee right now in second. Only a game back. This 10-game win streak has really helped them out. And then you got Philadelphia and Cleveland, jockeying for third. Then the Nets back there in fifth. Heat in sixth. So, it's the Bucks and the Celtics right now in the Eastern Conference, and there's actually going to be a huge game between the Bucks and the Celtics here soon, where the Celtics will not have Jaylen Brown. So that's going to be a big chance for the Bucks to draw even with the Celtics if they can. Now, like I said, looking ahead at the schedule, they do have that Boston game, which is their next game. They play at Chicago in the final game before the deadline. So there is a legit chance they enter the All-Star break with a 12-game win streak. Then they'll play the Heat, Suns, Nets, and Magic coming out of the break. So a lot of chances to pick up more wins, and they play at Washington and at Orlando again. You can see this win streak extended out a lot more if the Bucks play well. And with Khris Middleton coming back, I definitely see that as a huge possibility. But yeah, looking ahead, like I said, Khris Middleton coming back, the Bucks' big three reuniting, Giannis continuing to play MVP-level basketball, and Jrue Holiday just continuing to do what he does best. I think this Bucks team is looking really good. You also got Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis as the big men playing very good defense as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for this Bucks team the rest of the year. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below though. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.